Hi, welcome to Cooking with Steve G. Today I'm going to show you how to take these and turn them into this and make the most amazing enchiladas you've ever tasted. Stick around. So let's get right into it. The best enchiladas are made with fresh red chili sauce. And today I'm going to show you how to make that using a 12-ounce bag of Guajillo dried chilies. For your enchiladas, you're going to need some really good corn tortillas, about 3 to 4 cups of cheddar cheese, depending on how much cheese you like, a whole onion, and if you have one of these, I highly suggest you get it out. I want to show you how this makes making enchiladas so much easier. So let's start with the sauce. Okay, this process is a little bit time consuming, but it's necessary. You're just going to take a pair of scissors, nice and sharp scissors, and just cut off the stem part right there. And you're going to get all these seeds inside of there. You see that? And then I usually just cut up the side of the chili like so. And then you just open it up, and you see this? You just pull that out whole if you can. And you can leave the veins because that's where a lot of the heat is. You don't want to take the veins out because then you're going to remove all the heat from the chilies, and what's the purpose? Okay, so we're going to get as many of these seeds as we can. And the reason for that is because they're pretty bitter when they get blended up and crushed, so you definitely don't want the seeds in there. That's why we do this. So once you get all these seeds out of each chili, then you are ready for the next step. There you go, that's what it looks like. Here's what it looks like once you're done seeding and stemming your chilies. I also chop them up in a little bit smaller pieces like so, just so they'll fit into the pot easier. So while you were peeling your chilies, you should have taken a 5-quart pot, filled it about halfway with water, and brought it to a boil. That way when you're done peeling your chilies, you just drop them in like so. You're also going to drop in your 12 cloves of garlic, and then your 1 whole onion that you've left in larger size pieces right there. We're going to put that in there too as well. And get that all steeped down into the water. Make sure everyone gets in the pool, gets wet. Get it kind of mixed around a little bit. Now we're going to bring this back up to a rolling boil. Okay, our chili is back to a rolling boil. Now I like to put a heavy plate in here like so. Push it down. Make sure all the chilies are submerged, and then we'll boil this for about 15 minutes. Here, our chilies are soft and pliable. Cut off the heat, and now we're going to get them into the blender. For this, you're going to want to use a slotted spoon of some kind. I love this thing right here. This gets all the chilies, all the garlic, and everything into my blender. Get your lid on your blender and start to pulse it first, just to get some of that chili broken down there in the bottom. I got 2 teaspoons of sea salt. And then we're going to add 3 cups of water. Here's the secret to the smoothest, silkiest red chili enchilada sauce. I really like to strain out any amount of skin that might be left behind. And you'll see there's pulp at the end. And this just makes the sauce so decadent and silky. It's worth the extra work. So you just take a big bowl with a strainer and a spoon like this, and you just go around in circles like that, and it'll push it through, and then you just repeat until you've done your entire pitcher of sauce. So you see this? What's left here is like pulpy, and you definitely want to get rid of that. So that's strained enough. What you want to do now is rinse off your spoon, and before you empty out this pulp, you're going to tip it over and scrape off the bottom. There's a lot of beautiful sauce that's down there stuck to that screen. There you go. Now you can toss this and start all over again. This is what you get down here, this beautiful, see that glossy, silky, really, really finely strained red chili sauce. That's the way you want it to look. Look at how beautiful it is. Let's have a little taste. I haven't even tasted it yet. Oh man, perfect. So here's our sauce that we're gonna pour a cup and a half of it into this pan right here. We're gonna take this over to our assembly area, and I'll show you how to put these amazing red chili enchiladas together. Okay, so you want to bring a pan with some kind of frying oil, canola or vegetable oil, screaming hot. You're going to drop in your tortilla. You're going to fry these, flipping it one time, both sides, just to get it a little bit firm so that they don't get soggy when you dip them in the sauce. That's about good there. And then just stack them on a plate off to the side until you finish all 10 tortillas. Okay, now you've got your stack of corn tortillas partially fried very quickly, about 20 seconds on each side in 350-degree oil, just to toughen them up a little bit so that they'll take the sauce, absorb it without getting too soggy. So I'm going to show you how to do a couple of these, and then you can finish the rest on your own. So you take your tortilla that you partially fried, dip it in the sauce, turn it over, make sure it gets nice and coated, and then transfer it over to your tray there. This is a 9x13 casserole dish, 9x13 by 2 inches tall. Take some of your cheddar cheese, put it right here in the middle, spread it out, and then you're going to take this and roll it. And push it over to the side like so. Now my wife likes onions in hers, so I'm going to put some onions in the rest of these. But before I do that, I'll show you how to roll one more. Stick it in there, push it down, turn it over, make sure it gets coated, set it down, put your cheddar cheese inside. And then, like I said, my wife likes some onions. You can put some fresh chopped onions in here if you like. You can put green onions. You can put whatever kind of, you can put black olives. But we're just going to put some regular brown onions in there. Roll this up. Push it over there to the side. Should be able to get 5 on each side for 10 enchiladas. So we've added some more sauce to the top of the enchiladas, and we've finished it with some of our grated cheddar cheese. Now we're going to cover it with tin foil and put it in the oven at 350 Well, there it is after 30 minutes in the oven, covered with foil, and about 5 minutes with the foil taken off. You've got these beautiful, piping hot, bubbly, cheesy enchiladas. And the way I like to finish ours is I take some tortilla cheese. This is that kind of smelly cheese that you can find in the Mexican cheese section, and I like to sprinkle some of that on top too, just like so. Just a little bit, because this is pretty salty cheese, and little goes a long way. So we're just going to sprinkle a bit on here, like so. And then also, to add more flavor and more color, some chopped scallions, fresh scallions. Just a few here and there, like so. Just to give it a little beautiful color, like the Mexican flag there, right? Okay, there, that's it. Now, I'm going to show you why this is so important. So getting out the first enchilada is always the most difficult part. And this removes one. It's perfect for the size of one. That's why I love it. So what I do is come from this side, like so. And you can find the middle, and then you just go underneath, and look at that. Picks it right up. Isn't that beautiful? And then you just scrape it off, put it on your plate, and serve them up. So on Cooking with Steve G, we always taste our food, and we always talk about it. And I'm going to take a bite out of these beautiful enchiladas right here for you. Go right into the center, how about that? And see if they still got a little steam coming off of them, but you can see they're still nice and intact. Let's see how the texture and flavor is. Perfectly melted cheese. Texture of the tortillas is absolutely amazing. Kind of al dente, which is what you want. You don't want a super soggy tortilla, and you don't want to over fry them and have them be like tortilla chips. Follow this recipe, starting with that amazing homemade red chili sauce, and you will be making some of the best homemade red chili enchiladas money can buy. Thanks for joining me on another episode of Cooking with Steve G. Until next time, bye for now.